Alright, so today the YHWACH Epic Raid did officially come back, and with that, it's a special Epic Raid because we also have the Epic Raid Challenge going on at the exact same time, meaning right now for the next 2 weeks, you should only be playing Epic Raids because we once more have access to the special exchange where we can pick up all past familiars, and alongside that, for the first time, they've actually added a few new items where we can even get some extra transcendence materials such as large attribute scrolls and also affiliation scrolls. And even essence scrolls, actually. But also keep in mind, we have access to the normal YHWACH Epic Raid shop, so you also have access to the standard stuff, right? I've already gone ahead and bought some of the items, but you can also get more attribute scrolls, essence scrolls, and of course the 100 orbs. And keep in mind, this Epic Raid itself is only here for 2 weeks. And that includes the special exchange. Usually these events last an entire month, but because it is only here for 2 weeks, it also does mean that the Awakened difficulty for YHWACH is also coming back in 2 weeks, where once more the shop will reset, you can get the 5-star ticket, you can get more attribute and affiliation scrolls, and then you can also pick up the 200 orbs available in that particular shop. So this month of Epic Raids alone, we're getting 300 orbs. But to make it easy for you lads, on your screen right now is a quick breakdown of the Epic Raid shop itself. Only looking at the special exchange, you'll be able to see every single item, including the familiars, all their items / spirits, and all the extra items like accessory summon tickets, droplets, links or potions, and of course all the transcendence material. So if you did want to complete this entire shop and buy every single thing, which keep in mind isn't entirely needed, it's going to cost you around 650,000 medals, which is quite the grind. And as you can see under there in soul tickets, if you're playing the Ultra Epic Raid, because that quest in particular does give more medals, we'll try out some runs later in this video, it's going to cost you around 1,400 soul tickets. So this definitely is a grind. If you want to finish this in 2 weeks, you might have to spend some orbs on soul tickets. But again, keep in mind, you don't have to buy every single item. The large majority of your medals will be spent on trying to acquire the familiars and also buy every single spirit for said familiar. So if your only plan is to buy a few familiars, the ones that you're missing, and then also max them out, then that's going to be a significantly easier grind to do so. Maybe not even a grind whatsoever. To buy all the items, let's say you bought all the familiars, you have every single familiar maxed out, it's only going to cost you around 40,000 medals, which is super easy to do. You can finish that in a day. Definitely can finish that within 2 weeks. So this might look like a massive grind, but keep in mind you don't have to buy every single familiar. And remember, these special exchange shops do come back every 6 or so months, so if you miss some familiars now, you can always pick them up later on. But if there are any familiars you do not want to miss, there are 2 familiars in particular that I've been speaking about over the last 2 years now. They are worth talking about. As you can see here, I basically have every single familiar, and I only use ones that I like in terms of ones that follow me around, like YHWACH, for example, who's currently out right now. But the only important familiars that you actually should care about for Epic Raid purposes, because remember, they do give you stats, right? But they also do give you a familiar skill, a soul trait. And in this case, the ones you want to care about, the ones you definitely want to pick up without fail, is Toshiro and also Kenpachi. And the reason, because their soul trait is 20% Berserker, 20% strong attack damage. Any other familiar doesn't give you anything super important, like knockback resistance, for example. They hardly matter in the grand scheme of things, especially when it comes to any given Epic Raid that you are attempting. 20% Berserker, Kenpachi, and Toshiro are the only pets that give you this damage increase, and that means you can use them every single Epic Raid. And that's exactly what I do when I'm playing in Epic Raids. I use 3 Toshiros or 3 Kenpachis, depending on which one I have worked on, for example. Now, alongside that, I know the question is going to be asked, what familiar skills should you reroll for? Personally, I go with full stamina damage. The best roll you can get for full stamina is damage inflicted at full stamina plus 10%. You can settle with 7.5%. That is perfectly fine. But if you want to maximize your damage output, definitely go for the plus 10%. At the same time, if you don't want to go with full stamina, you could just get more Berserker. And in that case, instead of getting 10% more damage at full stamina, get 10% Berserker. They are realistically the only pets that really matter when it comes to Epic Raid content. Anything else is cosmetic, so pick up any other familiar that you do want to get. As you can see here, since we've now gotten this special exchange shop 3 times, and Toshiro was available around this time last year, I've been able to pick up 3 Toshiro pets, all 20% Berserker, all with the additional 20% more damage at full stamina. And from the Epic Raid familiars alone, lads, I am getting 60% Berserker and 60% more damage at full stamina. That is absolutely insane, especially alongside the extra stats that we are getting, almost 300 extra SP. So it's definitely worth investing into pets. Go for the ones that you like cosmetically. But when it comes to Epic Raid content, if you are actively farming this game mode, and if you are playing right now, don't miss this Toshiro and Kapachi pet. You get enough spirits to max them out and get a couple rerolls. And even if you don't even get the most ideal rerolls, it's still worth bringing them over any other pet because 20% Berserker is the best one you can get right now. And no other familiar comes any close to that in terms of extra damage. Now, with that said, let's do some runs, right? Again, if you are farming this month, ideally you do want to farm the ultra difficult quests. So you do get the option to do either or. Now, the normal difficulty is significantly easier. You'll be clearing that quest potentially in less than 20 or so seconds, but you are getting less materials, right? The ultra difficulty is very comparable to the awakened difficulty, which we will get in like 2 weeks time. So the drops are like awakened difficulties. So if you played that, you know what to expect. But at the same time, it's actually easier than the awakened difficulty. The attacks themselves aren't too hectic, to say the least. You can easily dodge them. It's very easy to learn the pattern. But the boss itself does have 50 million HP. So you do want to bring some good characters, especially bonus characters if you are trying to complete the special exchange. And for today's video at the very least, we are going to be using Senjumaru. This isn't a Senjumaru showcase, but she is a bonus. She is increased the amount of jobs that you can get. So personally, I want to play with her right now. And with that, let's jump into a lobby. In this case, I made it so only Senjumarus can join the RT10. This way we get to guarantee ourselves only Senjumarus, because I am farming for not only medals, right, but I'm also wanting the guaranteed droplets and also links or potions. Here we go. We got 6 Senjumarus. Let's jump into it. And not to encourage it, but that's something you can potentially do if you own the characters. If you're playing on Kiryu only days or Ichibei only days, Senjumaru days, you can just make it so only Squad 0 characters can join, and that way you can get the guaranteed type of players you want in your lobby, right? Although for her only day, I would say you definitely want to have 1000 Year Blood or round 16 Ichigo join your games. In this case, I only want droplets, so I only want Senjumaru joining my lobby. And right now, it's going quite well. I'm going to use that soul bomb. It's something I recommend doing for everyone that is playing epic raids a lot. Make sure as bonus abilities, give your characters weakened defense, because you can see it in second phase, we're going for it super quick. Way faster than we did in phase 1. There we go. We're 30 seconds in, and we're already into the third wave. One thing to keep in mind too when playing this epic raids, the ultra difficult one, something can be said for the normal difficulty, but it's not that notable since you clear significantly faster, is that you will be putting shields around him. So you don't want to always spam your attacks. You want to make sure you're paying attention to the actual attack pattern itself. Many look at the top right. He will say if he's placing his shield behind him, in front of him, or on the sides. And in that case, first run, 50 seconds. Shout out to those lads. Nice and easy run. 6 Senjumarus. And with that, we're getting more links or potions. And of course, also more droplets. And ironically, I'm farming this for the droplets, right? But of course, the medals are always also nice too. So you can see there, 540 medals, upwards to 150 droplets, with also 60 links or potions. It's definitely worth farming this epic raid, the ultra one in particular. Number one's even worth farming too for all 3 items, right? Droplets, epic raids medals, and of course also links or potions. But with that said, that was the video for today, going over the new epic raid challenge. Good time to start playing BBS, pick up those new familiars or returning ones. Again, on your screen is the items and the amount of medals that you do need to farm. You have 2 weeks to do it, so it might be a bit of a rush grind, but you do not have to max out the entire shop. The main ones you want to pick up, the most important ones to pick up from this shop, are the Toshiro and Kapachi pets, and also all the extra transcendent material, while also picking up the transcendent material and orbs in the normal shop. But I guess a character to highlight this month, if you are someone that did pull Senjumaru, it's a great time to farm links or potions and also droplets. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what familiars you are going to be picking up in the console below, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.